Hey Cancer, welcome to your February reading. Hope you're doing well. If this reading resonates with you, you are more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. And if you need a personal reading, you can reach out to me on the link down below. All right, Cancer, February. Knight of Wands, Two of Swords, Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess, Princess of Wands. Wow. There's 3 Fire Court cards over here. Interesting. Which honestly indicates that you definitely feel an urge, or you feel very strongly about going forward and pursuing something that you want and that you've been wanting for a while. I think that honestly, with this Knight of Wands and crossing the Two of Swords, it's almost wanting other people's approval, where it becomes a lot easier for you to move forward. Maybe it's about having the support of others, but also if you are in a partnership or relationship of some sort, it's about getting that approval from that other individual. And I feel like that's what's going on here. Because the thing is, even if they say, even if somebody says, oh, well, I want to go after something, I want to do something, right? And you're in a relationship, you're in a partnership with somebody, and they say yes, but they don't necessarily support you in any way, you still feel like you are kind of on your own when it comes to that. But, you know, I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing that they are not really doing anything. I feel like this is more so, honestly, uh, a lesson when it comes to like just being proactive. And Cancer is typically, I mean, Cancer is what, a cardinal sign. So getting started into doing something, it's not necessarily your a weak point of yours, but I feel like right now, um, it might have been. It might have been in the past. I don't really feel like it is now. Speaking of past, we have High Priestess. It's definitely it was hitting you before. I feel like your intuition, your guidance was kind of showing you, hey, listen, you got so much here that you can give, in a way, and right now you're not really doing that. You're kind of robbing the world of all this all these dreams and just general things that you have in your mind, or your as a creative, you're trying to bring out to the world. You haven't been doing that. Okay, that's good, because we got universe. So that cycle has been it's pretty much done. You're not, at this point, you are really moving forward with your endeavors, especially if they speak with you to a great length. And the thing is, things started happening. It doesn't even have to be in this aspect, just like in general in your life. Just things started happening, but the triggering point from that, or off that, was the fact that you started going after your dreams and inspirations, and everything else just kind of aligned on its own. Maybe you had to be compressed in a certain way, so that you could then move forward. It's like it's God kind of trying to guide you, but in really hard ways, because otherwise you would stay stagnant, you would stay still. Now there is a lot of movement though, and it doesn't matter honestly if somebody is there with you, um, on the active, really doing what you know the work that you need to be doing. At this point, it doesn't matter. It's more so, what can I do? What can I get started? Right. And I think you are doing it, but you might be overdoing it to a certain extent, though. I think that you're trying too hard at this point, where you don't necessarily need to. How you view yourself, the Aeon, which is judgment. Yeah, I feel like you're pretty much done with that old chapter of your life, and you're simply just ready for the new, whatever comes. Um, I feel that you were a little bit comfortable though over here on the in the past, and that's why it was so hard to break. But I think that you realize that there's so much ahead that nothing can really stop me. So you went from one spectrum to another, basically. How others see you, Seven of Swords. Yeah, they and I think they see that you are definitely trying. You're definitely trying, but I think that right now, well, they view that right now you're just being a little bit of a rebel. You're trying to go against the current here, um, even other people's values. You're kind of you don't really care. You're kind of disregarding, right? And that could be, I think the place that you're coming from is, I understand that, but you have to be careful also to not overstep other people's boundaries. You know what I mean? Where maybe you are saying something that you wanted to say, just get it off your chest. Um, but there, you're trying to explain to others your perspective, but I feel like you are stepping on other people's foot as a result. I don't think you're doing it intentionally. I just think you're at that point of like, I don't care. I'm going to do what I need to do. And so it's a little bit difficult because how you view what I need to do can be at times hurtful to others, you know. Even if you're not really doing it through actions, but like your words, um, you have to understand that people will have different perspectives, different beliefs, and so on. And it's about really sending the message in a way that is positive to everybody, not necessarily, to trigger some sort of um, fight or argument that is more so in a negative way. It's not even about debating, which I think there is you got to be careful with what kind of debates you're going to be getting into with others, because you might be biting a bait over here of some sort. You're kind of falling to their trap, and that's not really what you're trying to do. You're just trying to do uh, good to the world. From your experiences, just pass that on so that people can learn instead of having to go through the same hardships that you went through, basically. But I think some people are not really there with that intention. So it's a little bit difficult though to uh, because you feel very strongly about this, and as a result you have to also temper yourself. You can't let your emotions drive through. I mean, that is part of it, yes, but it's more so, okay, well, let's yes, I want to fight for this, but you know, let's let's talk in a way that I can send this message to everybody, even the ones that are against me, quote unquote. Hopes and fears, moon. Well, I think you know, embracing that, and I truly feel like you're just trying to share certain experiences that you went through that were painful, especially with this moon over here. I feel like you want to do that because it opens people's eyes. It makes it easier for people to relate with you and all that. But also, it's very difficult for you to talk about them to begin with because it's very close to the wounds that you currently have right now. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword. But you know, the whole point is for you to make a statement and be very clear with the message that you have, and to have people know what you went through truly, because again, it's easy to relate. Near future, Princess of Wands. I feel like honestly, other people, you're gonna start seeing other people that maybe went through the same thing that you went through, uh, feel more comfortable talking about that same subject, because it's, you know, I feel like you were the key in the ignition and you started that, and now it's a lot easier for people to kind of dive into it with you. Clarified by Prince of Swords. So yeah, I mean, and I think that you are in a way a good guidance when it comes to these people. I think that it's difficult for them to express and do the same thing that you're doing right now. But at the very least, you can guide them. You can give them some sort of, um, because they don't feel as trapped, as scared. You know what I mean? And so in their head, I feel like it's a lot easier for them to kind of follow you on what you're trying to do here. And it's easy to speak with, to talk and with these people. They have a tendency to listen to you a whole lot more because of what you've been through, because they know. And so you know, I feel like you are going to start building whatever, some sort of community here, whatever this may be, no matter how small it is. I feel like now that's out, you can take reins and kind of take it in whatever direction you want to, and that's what's gonna happen. Outcome here is Prince of Wands, so it's more so having a certain direction, where right now you just needed to get it out. Right now that's out, it's like, okay, now what? I don't have a direction, but soon you will, because you will have all these people here with you to um, kind of take this somewhere, whatever this may be. What's your advice? Yep, Hierophant. Hierophant is a leader of some sort. You know, he dictates the the rules, right? He's the one that kind of has a group following behind him, and he takes it wherever it needs to be taken. He's a very wise person. So, you know, your advice is to really, whoever you are engaging this here with, whatever this might be, an idea or whatever it may be, really step up and take the leadership when it comes to this, because these people are willing to hear you out. And so with that, you know exactly how to take others' ideas and so on, and take it to a certain direction. And that's what you're being advised to do. Okay, Cancer? All right, that's what I have for the first part of February. If it resonated, you're more than welcome to like and subscribe. And if you want a personal reading, you can reach out to me on the link down below. All right, Cancer, good luck.